right, guys, let's all just admit that was like the coolest TDT ever, that last one. That was pretty impressive.
That was some trickery by the STC man. He's like, all right, I'm behind. Here's one way he could make a mistake that's very common, and it worked, so he won.
Well, it's funny because even before you went into we went into the match, you said, you know, one factor about this map is it's hard to control that second and third base.
You gotta split yourself up just right. But Jacksy's kicking himself. I know it. I saw in his face when he lost. But enough of that. Liquid's new TaeJa against DRG, the defending champion of GSL, might go down to Code A right away.
Yeah, it's absolutely a possibility. All right, and it looks like the countdown is now started. So we are going to get into this. TVZ TaeJa against DRG. TaeJa really playing well. DRG might meet its maker. We'll see. I'm Tasteless, and with me is Artosis. We're in Seoul, Korea, the esports mecca of the world. And this is the GSL Code S, the most competitive esports show on the planet. No pussy nerds allowed. All right, over here in the upper right, mining at absolute efficiency with those SCVs on the closest patches. We have our Terran player. His ID is
Liquid TaeJa.
Look at that keyboard, man.
I actually really like it.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, no problem, Jesus.
Over here in the bottom left, getting second place in the last two MLGs. This Zerg's ID is
MVP DongRaeGu.
The geysers look really cool when they're zoomed in on.
Yeah, they do, actually. You know, actually, the artwork of StarCraft, like, the way the game looks is so beautiful.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
You know, I've been using, like, the oldest, worst TV in the entire world forever in Korea.
Oh, I remember that. I remember going to your house.
So I finally broke down and got a newer one. I actually took a picture and was like, oh, that's so small. And I'm like, you nerds are mean. But it's now that I have a nice one with a clear screen, looking at StarCraft in HD, oh my God, what a beautiful game StarCraft II is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What a beautiful game.
Oh, I even love, that Blizzard took the time when you see, another unit get killed, it'll die in a different way depending on what kind of damage it took.
Yeah, it's totally cool, man. Everything about it is just
all these different
pleasurable
death scenes, yeah.
To watch this game. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about this map and the different ways it can be played. Now, DRG is going to most likely go into double Evo, Ling Infester, and then play it out from there, depending upon what happens. Okay, likely into Ultra, and just try to win in that way. I don't want to play Overlord, but as for TaeJa, he has a lot of choices. Reactor to Hellion opening. What does he do off of that? We've seen a lot of Marauder stim timings with that. That's actually kind of coming out of the metagame right now. Overall, Zergs are getting really good against it. They've found out finally, I guess it is rather than decide, they found out finally that you can get just a couple additional spines and suddenly that doesn't really work. And it's not so expensive to get a spine when it's either lose the game or get the spine.
I can't believe that, by the way, just if I can just interrupt for a second. TaeJa just attacked the hatch and left. He's supposed to shoot at the drones and make them run.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Totally. That's weird.
That is weird.
But, DRG would have run it away, lost a little bit of mining time, so could have gained a few more minerals. But anyways, so TaeJa is going into Reactor Hellion. But what's interesting to me is how he follows this up. You always can go for a double Reactor Hellion, but normally with that you're going to go Command Center into double gas into Reactor Hellion and then the second factory. But as is, it does look like he's most likely going to just go ahead for a very normal play, just get stim and start making Marines out of that barracks while he makes Reactor Hellions and just go into a bio-centric style, which is fine for the map, but it's interesting to see what people actually choose here. For instance, because it's such an infestor map, I love the Banshee and quick third base builds here. One of my favorite builds here is Terran. Get that quick command
that's
center.
a cool build.
Make a planetary at the third, get a Banshee, get some Hellions, harass them while macroing up. I love that style. But DRG has shown that he's actually really good against that style, so I don't blame TaeJa for not doing something like that.
Note that queen spread. Very interesting.
Says if a Hellion goes through here, he's getting hit a few times at least.
Yeah.
You know what else is interesting is that TaeJa decided to get exactly 4 Hellions and stop, which is fine. You know, it's normally you get at least 4. Sometimes people used to get 2, but that's like more of a trick. It's like not even worth getting the factory first if you're going to do that.
Yeah, well, 4 is enough that you can pretty much kill anything that comes at you that's not on the creep.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, the creep has already been spread at least a little bit, and TaeJa's Hellion's not actually doing that great a job yet. DRG, what style will you go for? Well, he's already getting his lair. He's getting his 3rd and 4th gas up. So, it looks to me tasteless. Like, we're going to see him just go straight into Infestor here. He's getting his lightning speed. Should probably see double Evo coming up relatively soon.
All right, you can see the Hellions taking a little peek over here. DRG has the highest record in the season right after the runner-up. That is actually very interesting. Huh.
Yeah, no, that's... You know, there's all sorts of stats in this world. And we get some really interesting ones. They don't always mean anything, but, for instance, that means something. A little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, sometimes people confuse, like, correlation, causality.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, well, but that's it. Some of these stats are, well, GSL is actually very good about using meaningless stats.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, for instance, he became the runner-up. Normally you fall off a bit after that. We got 2 people that hit round of 4, and then DRG won. So that's actually really impressive to come back after a devastating loss and then win. So actually, DRG is switching it up a little bit here and going Spire, which is kind of neat because we don't actually see Mutas on this map all that often. I know that last night we did see Jelizerg go for Spire on this map, but it was a very different situation. Jelizerg also a very different player. DRG has shown us time and time again that he really prefers to go Infestors. But this is something that TaeJa knows. I guarantee you that he looked into all this before going into this group. And so he's probably thinking in the back of his head, he's like, yeah, this is probably going to be Infestor.
I'll bully him around a little bit and then leave. But if the Mutas come out here and they catch these 2 medevacs, it's just so bad.
And that's one way, I mean, you can almost get a free win. If you get these 2 medevacs at this point in the game, and DRG's making 7 Mutas. He has a lot of Lings and Banes. So if these Marines just stay out on the map, surrounds them, but they're probably going to go try to harass a little bit more. And if he can get them with the Mutas, then that's just, it's so big, man, to actually get that far ahead. And look, he's going for the main base. It looks like no. Turn around. Thought he was going to use those Hellions to swap from the low ground and do splash
damage. What I thought he was going to do too.
Happens a lot, but I can't wait to see if DRG can actually chase those down and get them. Because, I mean, from there, he could take not only his 3rd, but probably even his 4th and just macro up, and it's DRG, so it's like, wow.
That goat going up to the Hellion.
Sup, Hellion?
Sup, Hellion? I'm a goat.
All right.
I'm on a goat.
Don't you ever forget. All right, we have these Mutas going into the main base of TaeJa.
He's totally ill-prepared.
Yeah. And even though he has double eBay, not a single turret, because again, this is a map that we always see DRG go for that other strategy on, the Infestor
The Infestor build.
Yeah. So that's actually really nice. He killed 11 SCVs so far. That's actually more than I thought. Wow.
Interesting 3rd base placement there for TaeJa. I think DRG, if he does this right, can just go in there and kill it.
Oh, man. DRG actually right now, Tasteless, has a lot of Banelings and making a lot more Zerglings. If TaeJa doesn't turn around, he could be in a lot of trouble if these Mutas come up. I mean,
here we go.
And TaeJa's actually being really smart and running home. Very good move by TaeJa. He stayed out there.
I forgot how good TaeJa was.
Yeah. Oh, he actually looked like he should have beaten GOMTV, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which is so impressive because GOMTV's a sick beast.
And, all right. Should he have?
Well, without Baneling speed, it's pretty difficult, and he doesn't have all his Zerglings there either. Over half of his Zerglings are actually at home.
Yeah, but I mean, if he runs these stims, he gets chased down as well. That was bad.
I don't know. I didn't like that as much. Like, his supply is still way ahead. But, you know, if he had brought every Zergling he had, that battle would have looked completely different.
The problem is when the Banelings don't have the speed, even if they run, the Marines can stim and kill them.
Yeah, and you can spread them. And TaeJa actually had a really nice micro there. Oh, loses a Muta, almost loses another. Yeah, DRG just not rallying quite as well as he could have. Now, he's making a lot of Lings. His Baneling speed almost done. Still making Mutas as well. But mixing in a healthy number of Banelings.
Oh my god, that Overlord lived. And once again, no tower defense here. No turret defense.
A turret's a type of tower.
Yes, it is.
Oh, going for the siege mode. Imagine if we could get the siege mode upgrade.
Huge.
Oh, but TaeJa was just too quick. Had some Marines in the main base ready for anything like that.
He is keeping TaeJa from getting a push going, and I like it.
Yeah, and TaeJa has his third base right now. And, you know, DRG could just Baneling bust it. He could. TaeJa's not really defending it well.
TaeJa's not
but of
really
course, that's a lot of Banes you'd have to spend on that, so you have to be careful about that as well. But DRG has a strong 3-base economy with 70 drones. A lot of units out in the map. And only now starting 1-1, whereas 2-2 on the way for TaeJa. So he's going to rely more on his mobility and his Baneling Slash to actually get stuff done. And
very nice counter. Oh my god, he's going to go for the orbital.
Oh, wow, that was really cute.
Ballsy move.
And notice he didn't bring the Banelings because he's just using mobility right now. That's it. He just wants to keep TaeJa in there. And as you said earlier, Taste, he's doing a great job of keeping TaeJa in his base, keeping TaeJa from putting any pressure on, and allowing DRG to actually continue to just make a ton of units.
Watch,
he's going to go for it again.
And you go for the orbital again? Oh, I think he's trying to see if he can get one of these medevac groups.
Yeah, and I mean, if TaeJa attack moves wrong, he absolutely could catch a medevac or two. Every little thing that he can get, he wants right now.
By the way, DRG taking the center left.
Good choice. That's like way out of the reach of TaeJa at the moment. TaeJa wants to stay on the right-hand side of the map because that's where his expansion is. By staying on the right-hand side, it kind of zones out that area for being attacked. And here we go. It's certainly attacked over here. Siege is on the high ground. Oh, very nice here by DRG, bringing all his Lings up into that main base. Can he kill the siege tank? Looks like he'll kill one.
Can he kill both of them?
Muta's kind of flying in. And we do have some Marines actually cleaning up some creep, but they got taken out right there. Good amount of Banelings to speed right now. And 1-1 is about to finish, but 2-2 finishes same time.
All right, once again, he's going to go for a counterattack. I like it a lot. Uh-oh.
Trying to lure in the Banelings to get hit by Siege Tanks, but DRG too quick there. Oh, he's got to be careful. He does not want to get hit by the Siege Tank volleys. You know, I kind of like that expansion placement by TaeJa. It does open DRG up to the left side of the map, but the common third base that DRG took, especially with the Mutalisk build, it's pretty good against that. DRG's having a hard time right now. You can tell his supply is never really quite maxing out. He's making a lot more units than he normally does at these points in the game as well. TaeJa,
nice defense again.
Great defense, and he's removing more and more creep tumors. Just pushing back this side of the map.
All right.
2-2 is on the way for DRG. No 3-3 start yet for TaeJa, so he does have the opportunity to catch up in upgrades, which means a big amount in ZVT. I mean, if you can be same upgrades as Terran, you are so happy.
Uh-oh. I think we have an attack on our hands.
We may indeed. DRG not up by that much supply. He's got to be so careful of those siege tanks.
All right. Win rate between 15 and 18.
Oh my.
Is 16 wins, 100%. All right, so let's see.
And we actually just passed that.
But that might... Oh, no, I think maybe they mean real time. We have StarCraft time.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that could be. But yeah, I mean, that is, if DRG makes it this far into the game, he almost always wins. But I mean, already today, that hasn't been the case. So, but DRG, I mean, he's looking pretty good. Let's not forget, he doesn't have like some huge bank when he's all maxed out. TaeJa is about to max out, and TaeJa has great upgrades.
Oh my God!
He's going fine.
Does this actually work?
Oh! He's going for all this economy here, and in fact,
getting out of there with additional Banelings. I love it, and actually going to escape with a lot of Zerglings as well, deciding I'm not going to give up these units. I don't have a huge bank. I really liked that move by DRG.
Well, what he did was, actually, I'm going to steal your computer for a second. He reduced the worker count, 33 SCVs to oh my God, wait, deja vu here.
Going in once again. In fact, he takes out that orbital.
Oh my God, he's so so good.
TaeJa is down to just 2 bases, Tasteless, and his main is almost mined out. But he has this nice attack coming towards DRG's 4th base. Can he kill the hatchery off? DRG coming in there. No, it doesn't look like he has any chance to actually kill the hatch. Will be cleaned up, but it's very low, so DRG's going to have to be very careful with defending it in the future.
All right, the 3rd base under attack now. Let's see if he can hold this.
Oh,
no!
Big mistake there. 2 Siege Shanks go down immediately, but some Infestors go down as well. And
now,
is he just going to counterattack?
I think he says that TaeJa's army is just too strong.
Uh-oh, he's going to lose a lot of these mutas. Those are 2-2. Wow, that was not actually that good by DRG there. He should have used the Banelings first. I think he thought they were closer up in his army, but in fact they were not. And he's going to lose that 3rd base. Also, he's lost a lot of his units from that little attack at the Choke of Terran. But TaeJa is in bad shape. He's trying to take another base in the bottom right. He's trying to push. He's killed 1 base of DRG. DRG's economy still reasonable. Still mining off of 2 bases compared to the 1 of TaeJa. And 2 bases to 1 is a much bigger difference than 4 bases to 3.
Huge difference.
Yeah. Much better for Zerg.
All Zerg really has to do is get rid of all the siege tanks, and then suddenly on a 2 base, you're not going to be able to remake all the tanks you need. Here we go!
Those siege tanks are going to go down so quickly from these Ultralists and their splash damage.
The Banelings got stuck between that center thing and the Ultras, so that was a really bad moment.
That was indeed tasteless. And in fact, the Marines do have 3-3. Let's not forget that. And +2 on the Siege Tanks. 3-3 for the Ultras and Lings on the way. The Ultras do already have that chitinous plating. And DRG's army, I don't really like this army against TaeJa's position here. It's going to be so hard to actually get these Ultras in there to do anything.
He needs more Lings.
That is so true, but he is low on minerals. After losing that 3rd base, his mineral mining has been reduced to a paltry sum.
By the way, we have a counterattack up here. These Ultras are getting isolated. I think DRG might actually lose.
Well, DRG actually coming in from the flank with a lot of Ultras as well. Yeah, but TaeJa just has too many Marines and Marauders here. Or does he? We still do have an Infestor in there with enough energy for a single fungal growth. And a single fungal on those Marines, allowing the Ultras to actually close the distance with their good upgrades, may enable him to eliminate that army. And if DRG can gain map control, even for a little bit, Ultras kill planetaries extremely fast.
Little Viking harass over here. And he's gonna go for the hatch. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it.
Uh-oh, no. A nice transfusion by that Queen.
Oh my God, TaeJa just can't quite pull anything off here.
Oh, and TaeJa trying to attack again. Not a lot of Siege Shanks here. Nice fungal growth going off. And it looks like, will he be able to actually get through here? The Queen's in the way of the Ultras. Oh no, once again, DRG's units getting in each other's ways on the small caverns of Dual Sight. TaeJa stemming and running into that 3rd base once again. Uh-oh, DRG just less and less units each time. 2 Ultras, you never want to attack basically anything with 2 Ultras. They just don't win. You need a lot of units in there with him. Oh no, everything being targeted down. GG. TaeJa taking game number 1. Some really nice and solid play.
What the hell is going on, man? DRG is playing not like the DRG that I know.
He's so smart that headset just flew off his head. Really very nice play by TaeJa. Good choices throughout the game. I liked the 3rd base. DRG's mutas actually did a good amount, but TaeJa stayed so aggressive with his Marines early on that DRG had a hard time. He had to keep making units instead of getting the huge drone explosion in the 4th base. He was always putting in Lings, always putting in mutas. And that's why he was trying so hard, because he had all those extra units. He had to keep TaeJa in his base for a long time, which he actually did a good job of, but TaeJa once again showed us that he can stay very calm and just play a by-the-book TVZ and then punish DRG for not getting those drones up in time.
Well, you know, I don't know. I'm so surprised that DRG's not playing as well as we're used to seeing.
I mean, he's
But
the guy you
Terrans
expect to win. And
Yeah,
here he
I mean,
is, one game
He
from
looked,
going out
he
the
looked
bottom
almost
of Kodae.
defeated in that last
Well, he
shot we had of him.
He certainly got defeated, Tasteless. And
3 or over 3, I guess.
yeah.
Oh.
And he's been the most solid player as of late. You know, he hit 2 GSL finals in a row, one of which he won, 2 MLG finals in a row, both of
Second
which
place.
got second.
Second place is there's no shame in that.
That's insane, though. That means, I mean, he's so good.
He's gonna have to win the next bunch of games if he wants to stay in this.
He has to win the next 2 games and then 2 more out of the next 3 to advance the round of 16.
So he needs to go 4-1 at the worst to get out of this group. That's a tall order.
It is indeed. And we're going to talk about the tall in Starbucks. That means actually it's small.
Oh, I know.
That tricks you, man.
They're like, do you want what kind of coffee do you want? I'm like, I don't know, the small one. They're like, a tall? And I'm like,
No, the small
no,
one.
small coffee.
Yeah.
They're like,
You know what places
we
start
have tall and venti, and
Yeah.
they're like, okay.
Most places in Korea, regular means small. So now places switched it so regular's big. So I just go to a random coffee shop and they give me like a bucket of coffee. And I'm
That's
like, what?
smart. That's smart,
It is
man.
smart.
This coffee
I give
shops
them
are
props
rich.
for that. All right, Tasteless, here we go.
It's time. Buckle your seatbelts. Inflate your water wings. Time for
Move your cushion.
game number 2.
Hug it to your chest.
That's right.